Clap.
Woo!
wook+live.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Yo. I got to remove it manually. Welcome back. See, got me. Welcome back to Wook Plus. I am Weekend Wook, joined by Kev the Great Went, T, and Mr. Llama. Merry Christmas, guys. We're here for our annual Wookmas office party. T, I love it,
You know,
man.
my favorite part of Christmas is ho, ho, ho.
I thought you were going to
Ding.
say is Wookmas. I really enjoyed this. This is one of our few annual traditions that I've really become super fond of. What's up, Mike, Scott? How you guys doing, Savvy?
One of our best songs.
We got Santa there, and it's Heatmeister year over here. Oh no, where'd Llama go?
You think he's coming back?
Probably. I think he went to poop or get a beer.
Or tacos? Does he do Christmas tacos?
Let's do a poll. Did Llama go poop or get a
He's
beer?
putting on a sweater.
He's putting on a sweater.
I did try to get festive. You know, my classic dinosaur Christmas sweater in bright green and red was stolen by my youngest, and I have not seen it in at least a year. I think I might have had it last year for the Christmas show, but after that it disappeared.
Oh no. Todd,
No,
I'm not
well,
sure, but I'll look into that and get back to you, man. That sucks. I hate to hear that.
As your kids get older, like one day when my oldest started high school, she stole my CBGB shirt and wore it to school. And I was so proud, and it made me so happy to see someone wearing my favorite shirt that I love that much. And she took the time to wear it to school. She was making a statement, you know. I'm down, you know.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, were you like
Nice,
was it like
Llama. Is that 3D? It almost looks like it's 3D, like it's coming through the screen. It's amazing.
were you super like protective of it though? Because I only have a couple of like shirts like that, but there's a few shirts that I would be proud that my daughter wanted to wear, but I'd also be like, please don't fucking spill on it. You know what I mean? Like
Now you just let it go. As soon as you see them with it on, it's no longer yours. It's theirs.
Right.
Because I have never seen that shirt again.
That's something I've been working on too. Like coloring with my kids is like you just gotta let it go. They go out of the lines. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm a very uppity kind of guy sometimes.
Dude, don't be anal. Nobody wants to color in the line.
No, my daughter has been so great at getting me to chill the fuck out because she could see me start to tense up and she'll just be like, Dad, chill out. And it's such a funny thing for a 6-year-old to say, but it's fucking great.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She's an old soul.
Actually,
old soul, though.
I was gonna wear my Santa hat today. I feel like I'm the least festive of us, but
I know. I thought you'd come in a suit again.
Right before bed, she was like, Daddy, can I wear your Santa hat to bed? And I was like, well, I can't say no to you, so I guess.
Ho. Get your wife to grab it all for now. She's asleep and bring it down to you.
No, man,
Max, you have a phone, don't you? You know what? Oh my God. So I get an email this morning and it says additional compensation for Equifax settlement. Right. So I look at the email. Yeah, I look in the email and it's like blah blah blah. If you want to check it out, Google this. So I don't Google that, but I Google Equifax settlement second payment, and it's a real thing. So they send me a virtual MasterCard for $14, right? And so then I have to take this and put it into something called a wallet that's on your phone, so I can actually spend the $14. But when all was said and done, after like a half hour,
all this phone wallet,
A wallet that's on your phone. I've never heard of such a thing.
So after I do everything, I got a free 6-pack because they sent me $14.
You actually did it.
So
Wait, I thought you didn't have a phone.
I have a phone. I just don't. I didn't pay for service.
Oh,
huh?
You don't use You don't use your phone wallet?
No, why? Someone hacks the phone, then they have information, all my bank account stuff.
All your bank
That's
accounts shit's on the
idiotic.
internet anyway. They're not going
do
to
you
get from
think is
hacking your phone. They're going to hack.
Like you have enough money for someone to like really want your information.
Right, honestly, I kind of dream of somebody taking my credit and like, here, you can have it. It's fucked up anyway.
3 times this year, I've ended up having the bank tell me someone hacked their system and they sent me a new card. 3 separate times this year it happened.
That's their system though, not your phone.
Yeah,
what
they
you
didn't
think
hack
like
your phone.
Right. You think you're just walking around and people are like, I'm hacking that guy's phone.
I think Dave's got it. Kev, so apparently everybody else got $7 from Equifax and you got 14.
$14.68.
How is
Thank you
that?
very
Did you
much.
get 2? Did you claim your wife's or something, or your ex's?
I claim my kids. It's the best part about having kids. You can claim them for everything. No, I don't know. They sent me the thing, and I was like, "Hey, thanks a lot, guys."
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the store, and I walked in the store, and I was like, "Let me ask you something. Can I use my phone to pay?" And the woman's like, "Oh yeah, sure." She explained to me that what I needed to do to open the wallet and to press on the thing and hold it by this other thing, and
Jesus.
it was very interesting. Very interesting.
Oh, so
Like
I want
the
to.
first time my parents like saw the internet.
I know it's funny because like I imagine you too, Llama, but like this was like an epiphany like 7 or 8 years ago when I was like, oh my God, I could get shit on my phone. Like, and then ever since then I stopped carrying my wallet. I just fucking pay and do everything off my phone. And Kev's just it's so funny the way he says it. He's like, apparently there's this digital wallet and you can put money on it, and you're just like, it's crazy. It just goes through the interwebs. Hey, before we move on or get into anything else, I wanted to tell everybody that we're doing a little goal tonight, 5 super chats, and we're going to be doing a lot for MSG. That'll be new. It's a new thing we're testing out on YouTube. So it's a $2 super chat thing, but we'll try that out.
Super chat. Not to be confused with Super Dave.
Who's that?
Now, I know T remembers Super Dave from the David Letterman show where they like throw the guy against a building with Velcro and make him
He
stick
did all
to
kinds
the
of
building.
awesome stuff. Like he used to beat the shit out of himself. And then like you'd use a dummy sometimes when he'd do like really crazy stuff and like throw the dummy and then he would appear on the other side and shit. Dude, he was amazing. Super Dave Osborne. He was great.
So great.
Thank you, Todd. You're the man.
God.
It's one.
Oh, blah, blah, blah. So tell me, guys, what's been going on in the scene? I have been fairly
I
disconnected.
got a question before we start.
No, we're never going to start tonight. We're just going to keep doing tangents before we start.
Yeah.
And then the start is going to be the exit.
No, this is for the Discord members who are going to MSG, right? I'm going to put out a little scavenger hunt, and you'll get access to a private channel. And a
which has
role.
your nuts?
No, Kev.
Okay.
It's just that way you can put your scavenger hunt items in there without
Lamina
out of your
roasting
feet,
on
you
a
know?
Wait, Kev,
fire.
you don't know what the award is, though. Llama found the most enticing award ever for his scavenger hunt.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
The OG.
It's the original, the OG.
And I only have that many.
Wow. That's like 5 years ago.
I know. I have a feeling that's going to be enough. But
I don't know. You shouldn't get rid of them all. See, because when they keep turning up, it's nice to have the classics.
T, you think you're going to make?
Well, we might have to do a second run of it. I think
I can't because I can't
think
drink with this on, so I have to. I'm contemplating taking it off right now so I can. Drink.
you got to take it off.
There's no way you're going to make it through the night.
Well, I figured
like
I'd start losing
$100
clothes early, and this was really hot, so I tried to wear the hottest things I could find, so I'd eventually strip down like the office party. So,
what's up, Kev? What were you saying?
I don't know.
Oh man!
if he doesn't yell it at the time that he's yelling it, then it's gone.
It's gone.
It's just gone.
So really, he's not trying to be rude. He's just desperate to get it out there before it's lost.
Right.
That's why
I'm old.
That's why
I'm
he
going from
programmed
Gandalf the Gray to Gandalf
and
the
sets
White.
up all his skeets to go at other times because he can't skeet it at the moment. Like, so he has to like.
No, you
type it
can't.
out.
You can't schedule. You can't schedule on Blue
Oh,
Sky.
that
That
is
is one of my big
horrifying.
things.
No, it's horrifying that your 15 minutes on average skeet rotation is not
Real.
scheduled. That's real. That is
real.
live.
They have a lot of things to fix with that thing. I will say, like the 1 minute video thing, and the fact that like if it's over a minute, you can't edit it in the skeet. It just tells you, sorry, it has to be a minute long, and then you have to go and fix it yourself. It's such bullshit. Like they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, well, it's like what, 2 people and
there you go.
A ragtag crew of wooks.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they need polls.
They do need polls. There's a lot. There's a lot they need
polls.
to get working on.
By the end of February, they need polls.
Sean, I started the wolves today, man. They look fucking sick. I'll send you pictures later. Coming out.
So, is there going? Can I ask a sensitive question? May I?
One of us.
Can I give an abusive answer?
Oh, that was
yes, you can.
All right, I guess so. Fuck it.
Are we going to have another fish bracket this year? Next year, 25.
I don't know. It depends if Blue Sky has polls. Right? We could do it the other way.
What about YouTube? What about YouTube? Could we do it on YouTube?
YouTube doesn't track well in a single thread.
I mean, you could
presents complications.
I like the like for this song, re-skeet for this song, because then you can vote for both.
Yeah.
But then he has to count all those people. He has to like.
No, it will do it.
No, it evens out in the wash, man.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. I should probably.
Interesting.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it. Why not? Right?
I saw somebody do a poll recently, and they were like, "Comment with your answer," which I was like, "That's just." But let me ask you this: if you say re-skeet for one, if you say re-skeet for one and heart for another, doesn't that make the re-skeet more powerful because it amplifies the reach of it?
Yeah, no, because it amplifies both. Both are on the same skeet.
I don't think so in the same way. I think a retweet.
The only way that makes sense, the premise of that is that if you like a certain song and reskeet it, your followers like the same songs you like. But say it was fucking Crowd Control versus Timber, and you really fucking like Crowd Control, so you reskeet it. I then see it and I like Timber. Just because you reskeeted Crowd Control and doesn't mean I'm going to vote for Crowd Control. I could heart it for Timber, right? So how is that an unfair advantage for one or the other?
Right, but let's say there's some people who really like Timber out there, but they never see the tweet because it's only hearted and not retweeted. Or vice versa.
It's on the same skeet, though. So all the people that reskeet it for one...
Right, but what he's saying is that if you just heart something, nobody will see it, right? It doesn't show up on anybody's timeline that says Kevin hearted this skeet. They don't have that capability.
But it'll say Kevin re-skeeted this skeet.
Yeah. Oh, and you think like your influencer draw, people are gonna be like, well, Kevin.
No, not anybody.
I understand. If people want to vote like Kev, they want to. Yeah, I get it.
No. That's not where I was going with it at all. I was thinking more in a macro level.
Well, and then no, you're right, because if I wanted to retweet it, right, or say Llama wanted to retweet it just to like get more eyes on it, but didn't necessarily want to vote for that one, you're limited.
You are.
I'd heart it and reskeet it, right?
Tim is the influencer, Dave. Thank you.
Yeah.
I used to be. I kind of gave up, but now I don't give a fuck. Yeah, so no fish bracket. Kev convinced me not to do it, so sorry. It's over. Kev killed it.
When did he convince you not to do it? Just now?
Yeah, just now.
Just now.
I can't have. I mean, he's right. There's no point. What are we even doing here?
Maybe they have. Maybe they'll have. Maybe they'll have polls by them.
Yeah, well, somebody.
Or maybe
has
when
to
they
know
have
somebody.
polls, that could be. Somebody
do
has
it?
to know somebody. Somebody has to know. But even if it was in June that they did
Google
it,
Forms doc.
Yeah.
mm,
I always hated the.
But then everybody can vote for each round at once, right?
Yeah.
And then you can tally the data nice and like have interesting data to display.
I mean, we might not have another choice, but I always hated the brackets that made you go off of the platform that it was on. Like that's what I liked about the original was it was all right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to Vegas, Todd, but I don't think that's in the cards.
It's almost like the world's changed and we got to move on.
Yeah, I know. Change sucks, man.
Tell me about it. Kev's been working on the same computer since fucking. How old is that thing, Kev?
20s. I think my stepdad bought it in 2015.
The computer you're using right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, that thing's like 1960s in car years, right?
Well, I've upgraded it. I put a new sound card in it, a new video card.
Yeah, but it's still a 1960s car that you just put in a bunch of parts from audio.
Exactly, and I'm happy with that. If I ever buy a car again, it's going to be like a 1985 Monte Carlo that cannot hook up to a satellite anywhere ever.
You are an enigma, sir. You are the social media.
Don't
addict
track my
that
fucking
hates
car.
technology.
Like me on fucking Blue Sky.
You're like, I don't want anyone tracking me, but I'm going to tell everybody what I'm doing throughout the day.
But I
Right?
the thing is, like 99% of what I post, I'm at home. So
Yeah.
it's they know. Well, they know where I am anyway. Thank you. I do. And she looked good.
Oh yeah,
that's funny.
Oh,
I used to have a hat that like flopped.
I'm gonna address this question real quick.
Okay,
it's gonna be one scavenger hunt that lasts 4 nights because I ain't doing one each night.
But if they're not there on the first night, are they going to be able to catch?
They can do it like they can start on the first night and finish on the 4th night. Like I don't give a shit.
Or they can start on the second night and finish on the 4th night. Or
yeah, but are you disadvantaged? Are you at a disadvantage if you start on the second night because you have twice as much shit to do?
I would be at a disadvantage if I started any night. I'm just
because I don't add shit. It's going to be one list. Like I'm not going to take away.
Give us an example.
Can you give an example? Yeah, can you give an example?
Give us an example.
Yeah.
All right.
Give us an example.
Do you have an example?
You knew we would ask. You knew we were going to ask this when you came on.
No, I did not. I don't think ahead, motherfucker.
We also didn't know that we were going to do this until like 5 minutes.
Like a month and a half.
Right.
A year ago.
I would say a picture of somebody in a Taper's Choice shirt, right? Somebody with a goose-like mustache, right?
Oh, okay. That
you gotta
kind
take a
of
picture.
thing. I get it. Yeah. I thought it was like,
that's why there's a thread
sticker,
so you can put your pictures in the thread and everybody can look. You know.
Yeah, no, that's fun.
Can we get you to add to the list? Find the OG wook+ sticker in MSG. That's like the boss character.
All right.
Yeah, but that's not gonna last 4 nights. They're pretty anal about taking shit down.
Yeah, but he needs to do it something like in a stall in like section 400 of a bathroom.
No, like one of the last item on the thing is gonna be like find a llama for a sticker, right?
That's good. That's good. Yo, how about a D-list jam band member? Because every time I'm at MSG, you always see like
that's a good one. Yeah. When I was at Vampire Weekend, I saw the dude from Goose.
Yeah, you see dudes from like Goose or Pigeons or Pigeon Greg is like always at those things.
Did you see about we had Houseplant on what 3 years ago, I guess. Remember we had a couple of the guys from Houseplant on?
Yeah. I talked to one of them at Mondegreen.
Tavis, probably, or one of the guys.
Mondegreen? Yeah, it was Mondegreen.
Yeah, I think we're repeating a story from last live, Kev.
No, that's all right. Let's go with it.
No, I'm not repeating a story from last live.
Okay.
So remember when we talked to them, they talked about they didn't want to tour because part of the band was very grounded. They had wife, kids, jobs, right? And that's why they've only ever done like some Goose after shows. They play North Carolina around there. Well, apparently there's been a lot of upheaval because they wanted to move forward as a touring band. So some of the band has left, including the drummer. And apparently there's going to be 4 shows next year with a certain Ben from Goose playing drums with them. And I would love to see Ben join Houseplant. Yes. And I would love to see Ben join Houseplant going forward. I think that would be a perfect place for him to land.
That is great breaking news, Kev. It's interesting to hear that Ben is joining Houseplant.
That's pretty. I'll give him some on that. I think that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I like Ben.
I know you do. You like Ben.
I like Ben. I like Houseplant.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's think of other things that could go in Llama's. Or do we not want to give it away? Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe just leave it up to Llama. What is shit you find at MSG? We should do like
one of the things is going to be you got to stop by the Groove Safe
table. Right? Yeah, it's exactly what I was gonna say.
What if like an empty drug baggie on the floor? That might be easy to find.
Wait, why would we want a picture of an empty drug bag, dude?
It's a wook thing. I'm sorry.
Oh man,
I feel like
find somebody spun out of their gourd.
Yeah, but do you want?
Do you ask to lick the bag before you lick it, or
you
don't ask to lick the bag before you lick it?
I'm not.
I always ask first.
You're the guy in the crew that licks the bag because there's only one guy in the crew that licks the bag, and in our crew, that's you. I'm not the guy that's licking the bag.
That's what gets you high is licking the bag, though. Next thing you know, you're like throwing up in a trash can somewhere, and you're like, "This is so good."
Oh man,
there has to be another.
It's the office party. Sorry, it's the office party.
Did you pregame, Kev? It feels. I can't tell if it's just my brain or it feels like you're buffering a little. Not your connection. Your connection's good, but it's just the way our interactions are going feels very buffery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you that I got an email this morning, and I got $15?
Oh, he did pregame.
Yeah. I thought you got like 1486, man. Which was it?
1486. I did 68. I think it was. Whatever. Hey, good for them. Good for me. What do we have on the list? Do we have a set list anyway?
So I want to talk about the Tabor's Choice announcement today.
Oh, tell us.
Okay, let's hear it. Breaking news.
It's not breaking.
It has to be better than the Houseplant news.
So the relics. That's how we say it now, right? Relics.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what
Relics
it is.
50.
One piece. Kev is loud as fuck in my headphones. I just like, oh damn. All right, Relics. Good.
Better?
Yeah. So they announced what? Mike Gordon, Stuart Bogey,
Mike Gordon. Who's
Michaela
Mike Gordon
Davis.
play for?
What's the other two?
You didn't have this looked up before you came on to announce it, Llama?
No, man. I just talk. I just open my mouth, man. Words come out. It's why I can't be on camera and do the other stuff.
Who all was it?
Scott Metzger.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Metzger. And then Jordan McLean.
Yep. There you go. So far, and there's another round coming. I've heard
another round coming. So that's
It's pretty big.
Pretty heady
Pretty
lineup.
big. I know. It's going to be a party. It's really fun that they're getting all these special guests to show up too. Like,
so do you think it's going to be mostly covers, or do you think they're going to do some originals?
I think it'll be a mix. I think it'll be both. I think they'll play both. I think they'll have probably, you know them, they always do a couple special type covers.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there'll be like a giant group jam, kind of like what they did at Woods that year too, last tour when they had everybody come on stage and did the Dylan song.
Yeah, they'll definitely do a Phil song.
They'll do something like that with everybody, I'm sure. And then you know, I'm excited to see what Mike plays with them. Because Mike's been to a few shows, obviously, with touring with Vampire Weekend. He was up at the last Ivy Room show and came and hung out at that. He was at the Denver show that we were all at that time. So he's familiar with them. And so I'm sure he'll play on at least a couple songs. And Stewart's played with him too. He was at Woodsist and he was at the New York shows last year too. So
yeah, it's
going to be cool. I am excited. Like, that's going to be a fun show. And then that kind of kicks off tour. So all the shows after that will kind of, you know, have everything. So, and there's more to come, like I said. So we'll see.
Hey, I got an idea.
Hey, go ahead.
Why the fuck would you have muted me?
I didn't mute you.
What the fuck is that?
And then he burps into the microphone.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I love this thing. I meant to do
We're
it as
getting
a
popped.
commercial.
We're definitely.
I'm hoping.
So good.
All this,
You know, the thing with the thing that really sticks out to me. Can I comment on your?
Am I the only one?
What
is going on?
It's so loud.
Kev, okay.
Sorry. Well, let me see what I can do.
I don't think it's your technology, my friend. All right, what are you
try it now,
me?
Kev?
Whatever.
No, what are you going to tell us?
I was just going to say about Stewart coming on with Taper's Choice. If you guys remember when J-Rad, the one time they did the Garcia Wales thing, where they did that Garcia Wales album and a bunch of that 73, 74 Garcia stuff.
When was that? That was a while ago.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, Stewart was their horn player, and he's come out with them since then. So I'm hoping something like Lilac Palace or whatever that song is, Lilac Perfume, he comes out on and he could do some nice textures, because that sounds to me like it's off the Garcia Wales album.
Yeah, cool.
It is a good song, Lilac Palace.
There you go, Lilac Palace. We did an ad that was Lilac Perfume or something, didn't we?
Yeah,
something.
Yes, we did. We did indeed.
We did. That's why I call it that. I'm sorry. That was the episode that Llama had a blackboard or a whiteboard and explained, or a PowerPoint and explained Taper's Choice to everyone.
Maybe, yeah. I think it was.
I think we still have that.
Probably do.
I don't think it's on there. Oh, well.
Hey, T.
Guess free set 2.
What do you think of Savvy's question?
I think it's a set 2 with guests. That they come out and they play a solid hour of some of their, like, you know, hits, and then they do the second set where they get more experimental and have people sit in, throw the covers in.
I think the whole show.
If there's another round of guests being announced, there's already 4 or 5 of them announced. So I think they probably come out and open with a song or 2 of them, and then it's like all guests the rest of the night.
Is that the whole tour?
Are they
no, it's just for the 15th at the Brooklyn Bowl.
It's just that.
Is that good though?
Well, yeah,
that seems like too much. I feel like it takes away when you have that many.
Well, I think it's more of like they're the house band for the 50th anniversary.
Exactly, because it's a Relics anniversary party, and they're just kind of the main band. And I think it's
but you got to sell the crowd first on you.
Yeah, that's why they do the first couple songs by themselves, and
that's why they were invited to this thing, though, too, right? They've already kind of sold the crowd a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty sweet. Regardless, it's gonna be fun. Like to have having like Mike and Stuart up there together, Scott. It'll be cool.
Wow, Kev, you're not 100% sold.
Tour enough to sell a crowd, Llama. Llama, you have to play somewhere. You have to show up in some town like every 90 days in order to really sell a crowd and become big.
Well, they're already fucking big musicians, though. Vampire Weekend
Right, that's the
and Real Estate
thing,
are
but I mean, look at the venue. They aren't playing the Met. They're playing the whatever it is in Philly. No, in Philly.
Oh, the Milk Boy?
The Milk Boy?
Yeah, they're playing the 500 seat place instead of the 5,000 seat place.
What's your point?
That's all they play.
That's what they play, though.
Right.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, if they did something like where they toured all the time,
that there are other bands that tour all the time that make millions and sell out fucking arenas. Like,
yeah.
Why the they're not going to quit? He's not going to quit Vampire Weekend to tour full time with Taper's Choice.
But I'm saying that it has to be viewed in the frame of it's a side project, a super group, even. But it
doesn't. It has to be viewed in the frame of four. Well, three of them I've talked to and one I haven't, and so three of them I know better. But it's just viewed as four guys that wanted to be in a jam band that enjoy music and are doing this thing. It doesn't have to be anything. You don't have to attribute anything more than that. It's just the fucking fun thing they're doing.
Yeah, and the other night, what was it? Monday night, I went and saw Dave, Aaron Steele, Zach, and Robert Walter all play together, and it was fucking phenomenal. They just played at the small little, talk about a small room. This place called Club TG, kind of out in the valley, and dude, it was awesome. It was all just improvised jam. That's all it was, and it was Dave on guitar, Aaron on drums, and Zach and Robert both on keys. And dude, it ripped. Like, it was Wharf Rat Joe was there and he recorded the show. So hopefully once it's posted, we'll get the links out because it's worth listening to. Like, it's so good. Like, it was just, and like seeing Zach and Dave play together is so cool because you can see, I kept thinking like when they play together with Taper's Choice, they will have already they go through the, they've played together. So like they kind of know each other's, like I could see Zach on the same wave with Dave a lot of time, which is cool because they like now improvise, and Dave's in like 10 different bands. Like that guy plays every night somewhere out here in LA. It's phenomenal. So it's so cool that like they all have these other groups and these bands. Even Dark Side is pretty big for Dave. They just did a whole European tour where they sold out every night basically.
They got a North American tour next year,
which is going to be sick. So it's pretty cool that they all have these other bigger bands and then they just kind of come together and jam like shit in Taper's Choice. It's fucking cool. It's really kind of awesome. Yeah. So yeah,
and it's cool that they don't have to worry about having their own sound at the expense of doing just cool shit. If they get into a deadheady jam or a fishy jam, so many other bands like, oh, we can't do that because we have to have our thing. But they're like, fuck it, like we're in a Dead jam. We sound exactly like the Dead right now. But who gives a fuck? People like that.
Well, yeah, and then they go, and then they'll.
Who cares?
Their biggest thing too is like really prog influence is a lot of their things. So like they'll jump into like what sounds like a Yes jam, and then find themselves in like a Dead jam or something. It's just that's what makes it so cool. Is like they're just so unique.
I don't get that. I don't get the prog thing. I don't feel many English influences in there.
How many Taper's Choice songs have you heard, Cal?
Yeah, I know he doesn't even know how to pronounce Lilac Palace, and he's like, I don't get it.
I saw him once.
That I don't want to pile on. But that is such a Kev move to have seen something once and then argue with somebody that saw him like 20 times. I'd be like, no, you're wrong. I don't see that.
What song is prog that's reminiscent of Yes or Genesis or something?
No, he's talking about different.
Lick the Toad goes there.
Yeah, Lick the Toad totally goes there. Even sometimes the Dave Test gets there sometimes when they go into the jam, especially if it's
with a no.
But
exactly.
A prog song implies that it is built that way. Fluffhead.
Jesus Christ, they've been teasing prog hats, man, for their next
album. I know. And like exactly. Which they all got. I don't know if you knew that, Llama, but they all got prog hats. at the
Except for
Ivy
Dave,
show.
right? His says something else.
And then they lost. Somebody lost one of them, so then they couldn't find it. It was this whole thing, and yeah. So I think only 3 of them now have it, and I think Dave says something else. Yeah.
This is the Taper's Choice fan club portion of the show.
Fuck yeah, it's the only thing playing music. Well, I guess we could talk bingo and Goosemas, but who really wants to talk about that?
Can we talk about that, please? Can we talk about
So
that for a
Kev,
second?
what's your thought about them playing Help Slip?
No, not the Help Slip. I don't have an issue with that. It sounded pedestrian, but good for them for trying to do it. I'm talking about the Harold Melvin tune they tried to do, and it's if it was the Rick Mitochondria band and it was more like a Dave Matthews thing, I can see that working, but he needs to like drop the other guys and just build his own band and do stuff like that, because I feel like it's plausible in his vocal range to get away with Harold Melvin, but
I don't think he needs to drop the other guys of Goose and start his own band.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
to increase his vocal range.
I am shocked that Kev didn't make it more successful as a manager. telling CT to drop Vampire Weekend and telling Rick to drop Goose. Dude, this is fucking gold, man. Why are people not throwing their money at you?
Just saying, because it's Rick's thing, and I think sometimes what Goose wants to be holds him back from being what he could be as an artist.
What do you mean holds him back? They fucking are selling out arenas now. What you think without Goose he'd be doing stadiums and shit?
You're like, mate, you're conflating selling out venues with your true artistic self, which
you're assuming you understand what he truly wants.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying
that he doesn't get you were literally saying that he's not fulfilled from Goose and that he could be doing something different.
I didn't say he wasn't fulfilled.
Yes.
I said his potential isn't fulfilled. This has nothing to do with how he feels.
Fulfilled. I think he's probably reached beyond his means with all of the support, both financially and with the management and with the band. I would love to see him do I would love to see him with a more tab thing with the horns, where he could like really. I have heard a dozen other people that can play and sing as well as him. That wasn't the magic. That wasn't the secret sauce. The secret sauce was building up the band and writing the songs and hitting that indie jam like mark at the time they did with the marketing they did and the support they had. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% right, but I don't think it's like, oh, they're holding him back. That seems crazy to me.
I'm sorry. That's just how I see it, because
sorry.
Goose is what it
I'm just disagreeing with you. It's fine.
No. Goose is an indie jam band. I don't think Rick belongs as being a jam band person. I think he could have a top 10 song. I think he could like shoot to the top of the chart.
You think he's breaking through? The problem is in 2025 he'll be breaking through.
No, when they play live,
are you saying he could be Gen Z's John Mayer?
Well, he did leave. I was just going to say, to that point, he is playing with other bands by himself, so he is doing the solo thing with other things, Kev. He just like, I don't think he needs to necessarily go out on his. I mean, I'm sure he will do a solo album at some point and do some fun, things on his own, because it's like Trey. Like, if he gets that kind of itch and that bug where it's like, hey, I want to do this, and it's not necessarily Goose material, but it's something I want to experiment with, go for it. I don't see why he wouldn't. But I think he's in the driver's seat with Goose. I mean, they just got a new drummer. I feel like Goose is like his band. You know what I mean? Like, he's kind of the leader of the band. So why would you want to start?
The only original members, right?
Right. And so why would you want to start another band that's just you? Like, it's not like Tap. Like, I feel like, yes, Fish is like, Trey is Fish, but he always says Fishman is Fish, right? Like, that's what he considers the leader of Fish. So to me, I think Rick is Goose.
So many people. They've had more. What? They've had more musicians in that band than Wax Paper or the Taffy Pull.
He was really waiting to set that one up. He was really waiting for that one.
I don't know. I don't know where that came from.
Part
had
of
a
me
flash
wants to
emotion
keep
from
arguing
Maryland.
with Kev because I feel like it's fun and a great way to spend our office
How
party.
about Trey last
But part
night?
of me
Did you guys see?
is exhausted, and I just don't know if I have the energy to keep
We'll take
going.
3 super chats for Kev to be quiet.
Did you see Trey came out and played for that open mic night thing last night? He did it in 2022, and apparently he did some song I'd never heard, like "Let Love Mine, or something. Did any of you see this?
That's
Oh
like
yeah,
the
I saw that.
poster
And
for
he played for a girl that came out and played. Like she sang and he played guitar for her as well. I watched those videos. It was good. It was good. It's fun.
I
Again,
love
it's just
Trey
Trey, right? Out there playing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake up at like 4 a.m. in a cold sweat and be like, "Why the fuck would Rick drop Goose?" Like I don't understand the logic there, and it's hurting my head. It's gonna stick with me. I mean, I don't understand. Sorry. Where was that? Where did Trey come out?
It was
Just a random open mic
in
night?
New York City.
It was at
It
the
was
in-
no. Yeah, go ahead, T.
No,
Llama.
Okay.
He doesn't know the difference.
It was an honor playing at the Incredible Ally Coalition Talent Show.
It was a talent
10th annual.
Yeah, he just kind of
Yeah, it was
showed
a
up,
10th
I think, and just kind of like
He played in 22. He came out in 22 and played there.
It's pretty cool.
So this is the second time he's done it.
That's the kind of stuff I
Didn't
like.
he play here before? What year did he play here before?
And I'll be good.
22.
22.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Did you know he played there in
2022.
Is that
That actually, back
1922
in
or
22, Trey
2022?
did that.
Was he competing in the talent show? Because that would be a really funny troll for like Fish or somebody to go to like a battle of the bands, like an amateur battle of the bands, and just fucking
And
like
just
enter
blow
under
And then
like
get third place and get like third place.
Right.
That's it. Part of the scavenger hunt now is battling your way to the rail and saying justice for Kev.
We do not want to encourage that behavior, but
You don't want to
you
encourage
should
that
do that.
behavior.
No, but see, MSG, I feel like that's hard. You can't do that down. And you just don't have the
No.
opportunity to. It's not like the sheds.
That's why you put a wook+ sticker in the 400 level bathrooms, because everybody has access to it.
Yeah, but don't go up to the 400s, man.
I was only half joking.
Why?
Like it wasn't full serious, right? It's like bonus.
There's no better place to do a bump than 408 bathroom.
It's so hot up there because all the heat
It's
rises.
hot.
It's hot and sticky and sweaty. Like that's the worst place. Like your cocaine gets all like
Melty, gummy.
yeah, like
Yeah, but it's really good when you're licking the
it's all
back.
pasty. Yeah, right. Exactly. It's good to lick the bag
Really
up
is.
That's
there.
why he has to lick the bag because it's all crusted
He
in
can't
there.
snort. He sticks a key in there. It comes out as paste. And he's like, ah.
Oh, Kev would lick the key. Gross.
Hey, it's my key. What do you want?
Yeah.
Everybody should have their own key. That's all I got to say. I know nobody likes to carry stuff with them into shows, but or no, you know what even is better than a key is a pen cap.
Spoon?
Because you can ask anyone for a pen and they'll hand you the pen and you can just lift their cap and hand them the pen back.
I had a buddy that had a little espresso spoon, like the little metal spoon, like the tiny spoons. He just had it on his keychain. Like he just drilled a little hole on it and put a little chain through it, and it fucking had a spoon.
That's great.
When I was
if you have a spoon on your keys, you probably have a problem. But
when I was in ninth grade, when I was in ninth grade, this guy who was a senior died of a brain aneurysm. Right. And he had a chain. He used to wear a chain with a spoon on it. Was his like piece of jewelry, like a gold chain with a spoon on it. And then he was a senior and had a brain aneurysm. And it made you think twice about that.
Yeah, you probably want to put that. It's better to have it like hidden inside something in the necklace, right? Like you have like a
you pull out and it's the vial.
Right. Pops off and it's something else.
Yeah.
I remember when the movie
on.
When Blow came out, that movie with Johnny Depp, and they at the premiere, they handed out little pocket mirrors, and it was like inside a sleeve, and the sleeve said Blow on it, but you'd like take the pocket mirror out. Like it was such a great little You're like, oh, gee, okay, great. What are we promoting here? Fantastic.
Now, was that the one that Greg Allman was in?
It's Greg. I don't know if he was in that. Pee Wee Herman was in that. Paul Rubens was awesome in that one. He played their pot dealer.
There was one where Greg Allman was in where there was about 2 undercover cops and he was the big drug dealer. And the whole thing was that he ratted out his big drug dealer back in the 70s. And then he did this movie with, I don't remember. All right, I'm going to look it up. You guys
look it up.
Fuck
yeah, Google that shit. Although don't kill your computer going on Google, but
I have a phone.
Oh, I thought it wasn't hooked up. I thought you weren't paying. So wait, you can use it,
but it has Wi-Fi. Yeah, it has Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So I hook up to the Wi-Fi that I'm paying for, and I can use it.
He broke the system. He figured it out.
I did.
He broke the system.
And then I have Google Voice. I have Google Voice hooked up to the number that no longer works, but I can text through that.
Okay.
The name of the movie you're thinking of is Rush from 1991.
Rush, yes, it's called Rush.
Oh, that was a great movie with Jason Patrick.
That was a great, yes.
Yeah, with Jason Patrick and what's his arm
to cover. He covered the tracks up by burning his arm and shit.
That was a great movie. We should do a top 10 drug movies.
All right, let's do that right now.
Oh, great. All right. What else?
We have 15 minutes.
How about let me throw
Traffic, that's a
something
good
out
one.
of something that should be in the top 10 that people might not know. Peter Sellers, I Love You, Alice B. Toklas, where it's all about pot brownies, and his mom gets turned on to pot brownies. It's a fantastic movie. It is hilarious.
Thanksgiving movie. One of my old roommates love that movie.
Fear and Loathing.
Up in Smoke. There's a great one.
Yes,
Scarface.
But which one? Which one? The Bill Murray where the Buffalo roam, or the Johnny Depp Fear and Loathing?
Johnny Depp Fear and Loathing.
Yeah. Scarface, yeah, for sure.
Boogie Nights is a good one.
It's probably cliche, but I was a huge fan of oh fuck, it just left me.
Less Than Zero, or young Robert Downey Jr.
Dazed and Confused.
That was horrible. Him sucking dick, that was just wrong.
That was a great one. Trainspotting is one of my favorites. That's a fantastic one.
Yeah.
I love
Super
that one.
Troopers.
I quote
Easy Rider
is the one with Chappelle and
yeah.
I quote that movie.
Superfly.
Yeah, Dazed and Confused. Exactly. I quote the Half-Baked movie more than any other movie where you're like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Times, yeah.
You're cool, I'm out. Like, I say that all the fucking time.
Superfly is a great drug movie because it's about a cocaine dealer trying to get out. Yeah. I mean, that's
I always like
that and Deep Cover. The Deep Cover was a good drug movie about the
I always
business
like
side
the
Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
There you go.
The end of Easy Rider where they both get shot on the riding the motorcycles. Like, you think they're gonna get away with like going down to Florida to sell their drugs and like hang out and everything, and then they both get shot, and you're like, oh, that's such a depressing ending. Like, what the fuck?
What about Midnight Express as a consequence of doing drug movies? Because that movie scared the fuck out of
that
me.
one. And I don't think that one gets enough attention anymore. Like, nobody knows that movie anymore. Like, our generation, like, and my dad was always like talking about that movie because he did a lot of traveling and stuff, and was always like, man, it's the last place you want to end up is somewhere like that, and blah blah blah. And like, yeah, that was crazy. That was a fucking scary movie. And same with, they did a kind of a remake of it with that Broke Down Palace movie with what's her name, Kate Beckinsale and what's her name, the other one. But yeah, that one was kind of that same thing.
What was it called?
Broke Down Palace. And it's about girls that get busted, well, they get framed and busted for smuggling and get thrown in like a fucking
third
jail.
World jail.
Yeah.
I don't even remember where Midnight Express was, but the guy
wasn't it Turkey? I thought it was Turkey.
It was Turkey,
or American or something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He was trying to get hash out of the country.
Yeah.
Dude, and then this scene where he gets popped trying to get on the plane. That is such a great film.
It's so, dude, it's so good. Yeah. If you haven't seen Midnight Express, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Yeah, that's a great one.
Chess movie. Was that the Queen's Gambit? I saw that.
Requiem for a Dream is a creepy drug movie.
Oh, that one, yeah. That one's rough to watch.
My ex-wife once, when we were dating, was like, "You want to watch this movie?" And we watched it. I was like, "Why did we watch that?"
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And the sub story of his mom who gets high on the diet pills
right? Yes,
is fucking crazy too. Like you're just like, oh my god, this movie just keeps pounding you, just like hit after hit. You're like, oh, stop, enough.
Yeah,
Kids,
crazy fucking dream.
Cocaine Bear. Nice. Yep, there you go.
Dude, that movie's fucking great. Did you guys see Cocaine Bear?
Yeah, it was better than I expected for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like overstate it because it's not like a masterpiece, but I guess it's just the right expectations. Like that was one of the more fun movie experiences I had. Just like fucking laughing and like it was really funny.
Because he didn't go in with a lot and it met the little expectations you had for it. Like,
you know what's a great one? Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah.
His Leo's depiction of like the K-hole and like doing those like the reactions is one of the best acted versions. It's like, you know, he's done some fucking hard drugs the way he knew exactly how to like put that on screen.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a great one too. I love Inherent Vice. That's a fun one too. I like that movie. It's a good one.
Yeah. There's a lot of drugs. So we did not limit this to 10
No, we didn't. Everyone just kind of like started going. I like the chat getting involved
there's
though.
Categories. I think there's categories. There's the drugs are bad, drugs are good, drugs are, you know, the
drugs are scary.
Right.
Then you have the whole psychological, like, you know, trippy movie.
You got your stoner comedies.
Right.
Stoner comedies, which is a great category.
Right. Your consequence movies, your like serious movies.
There's the crime ones, like the whole Breaking Bad kind of thing, right? Like where you have
Dude,
like
where's
the
my
Law
car?
thing.
You could throw like, dude, where's my car?
No, we said good movies, man.
Come on. That was hilarious. That's a low expectation. That's like the Cocaine.
I know, but if we're calling good, like we got to draw the line, and that's the line.
That's the line.
I like
that is the line.
I like a movie that tells you in the title what you're going to get, like Snakes on a Plane. You know exactly what you're getting when you walk into that movie. And as long as there are snakes on a plane, you walk out and say,
that's like There Will Be Blood.
Harold and Kumar. There we go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a great stoner movie. Yes, that's a stoner movie. Yeah,
definitely.
And the Doors movie.
I like
that's
how that's
just
the
weird.
next fucking thing in the chat.
We're all on the same brain wavelength.
All right.
Yeah.
So we need two more super chats to do a lot, or else no lot.
It ain't happening.
Don't remind them. I want to get the night off.
But also remember to like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. We will be doing Fish after the After Fish After Show. We'll be back for the 4 nights of New Year's run. I might not be there the first night if I can finagle a ride and a ticket, but other than that, I don't think Tim.
Somebody give this man a ticket.
I don't think you two are going this year, though, and Llama will be there, so I'm going to be hanging with Llama if I can get up on the 28th. I'm going to come bother him, and he's going to be like, "I hate this guy." I spent 5 years with this guy.
Did anybody say Cheech and Chong? I feel like they were the OG.
Yeah,
oh, they did. Okay.
Piper wore her ugly sweater for the Christmas party too.
How we doing? How they doing over there?
What?
Oh yeah, you're right.
How they doing?
How they doing?
Who they? Who dat?
She's doing okay. Her brother's gone, so it's just her now. I have her and Tweezers in New York.
That's what I'm saying. How's she doing with that?
She's okay. She's good. I think she misses him, but you know, she's got me, so
they have short memories. I'm
They
convinced
just,
my
like, they
cat
live in the
doesn't
moment.
remember.
They live in the
convinced
moment.
my cat doesn't remember that it's the same person feeding her every morning. She just knows if she walks in here and meows for 10 minutes, I will get up and come and feed her.
Someone will feed her, and if not, she'll go catch a bird or a mouse outside.
If not, she'll eat you because you're probably dead at that point. What do they say? 24 hours, the cattle start eating you.
Right.
You don't know they're cold. Hey, let's grub. Come on.
What else? Anything else been going on?
Oh yeah. I was gonna say subscribe to our Discord for Kev's LP of the day. I missed today's LP of the day, Kev. What was it?
Yeah, well, that was a good idea. What did I put one on there? What was the?
Yeah, you put one on and never again.
Langendorf United. Yes,
It was the LP of one day.
Yeah. I'm
You
hijacking.
created an
that.
entire channel.
I mean, I could put something on there I could put something on there every day, but I feel like it's an effort in futility because look at Skoy on Blue Sky with 29 tracks a day and he gets like 6 likes.
See, it's
over the
all
course
fuck.
of them.
It's all.
Yeah, but
I'm
you-
taking over that channel because
Well, you do that too. You're on. I mean, look at you. You post every 15 minutes, and some things
Yeah,
don't
but I
get
don't
any
post
likes.
a bunch
It's
of
just-
links to songs. I don't punch a both.
But
It's
the-
You don't punch a post
observations
of
on
everything?
everyday
but,
life.
but, but,
you don't
the
punch
way,
a
the way
boob.
Kev's talking, I feel like I'm the one that needs to get naked now.
Hey!
It's an office
Oh,
party.
really?
Where's the Xerox machine? I gotta go sit on it.
Oh God! Yay!
People actually have done that. Oh,
Oh, thanks,
people
Dave.
people actually do that. Like people
Do
like
what?
who work in offices. People who work in offices, they like work in offices all year, and then they have a Christmas party, and then they end up doing something dumb like having sex on a Xerox machine.
No, they don't. That's just how they portray it
All
in the
Kev
movies.
knows about offices is what he's seen in movies.
In movies,
Yeah, movies
Yeah.
from the 80s. It's like
I worked the census in 2010. Thank you very much. And I was in an office. I was the operations supervisor for the whole office of the census in Frederick, Maryland.
I don't know about
You
every
were a
office, but most offices I've worked
supervisor.
in, the office party, his partners come. So wives, girlfriends, or whatever. And the single people in the office are already fucking. They don't need to get drunk at, So I don't think that's a real thing.
Last office party I went to, I worked at a hardware store, and they had a Christmas party, and they had a casino night. And I went up and I asked for a shot of vodka, and they said, well, we can't serve you shots of vodka. So I was like, can you make me a martini very dry? And they gave me a shot of vodka. And I got so hammered that night that the next day I got called into the office.
The best Christmas party I ever went to was when I worked at FX. The Fox lot used to have a Christmas party every year, and there was 2 years when I was there, 3 years I think when I was there that they had one, but the first year was just epic. They'd close the lot, and the whole lot, different streets on the lot would have different like things going on. And the one year it was kind of like a Mardi Gras theme, and it was just, I mean, there was hurricanes. They had a whole tent set up with gambling, like a fake casino. It was outrageous. I didn't know what to expect, and it was just like balls out partying. I was like, holy shit, like they really go all out at this place. It was like my first year at FX, and it was just like fantastic. I was so shit-faced. It was amazing. It's amazing.
The best of times.
Yeah, exactly. The good old days.
The best alcohol is other people's alcohol.
Yeah, no, the best alcohol is definitely like Tim, like your work, when your work is picking up the tab, or like you're at a wedding and they're picking up the tab. That's the best alcohol. Like, because then you feel like I've put in all my time here
Is
this
that the
year
worst?
working. I'm gonna drink.
Yeah.
Is that the worst when you go to a wedding and it's a cash bar? You're like,
Yes.
really? Why did I
Yeah.
even come here?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, anybody who did a cash bar at their wedding, but that's just.
it's tough.
No.
And it's
We actually did 1 hour. We did 1 hour less food to do
Yeah.
2 more hours open bar.
that's what we did too.
were
We
like,
did
"All right,
that
we'll
too.
do 2
And
hours."
and we were gonna only do it for like the first couple hours, and then by the time, like after you do everything and start getting into it, you're like, all right, screw it. Like we can't do that. Like you have to just do it all night and just fucking let people go,
And
because
then you hear the guy you hate being like, Goldschlager for everyone, and you're like, fuck me.
well, yeah. See, we didn't invite anybody we hated. That was the plus. Like we kept it small so we could afford to have the cash, like the free bar for everybody.
Reading between the lines, I feel like Kev was the one saying Goldschlager for everybody. He's modifying the story for the live stream, but
It's that guy. Keep that guy with the ball.
I am not a Goldschlager guy. I'm a black Sambuca guy. So if anybody ever puts a black Sambuca in front of you, probably know that
kind of an every
me.
liquor guy.
I thought you were a tequila guy. Yeah, exactly. He's a tequila guy.
No,
I remember you being a vodka guy.
Obviously, I'm not a tequila guy.
You're a tequila guy. Tim is a fireball guy, or at least he used to be a fireball guy.
I drink vodka at shows. I drink vodka at shows because a vodka and soda has 0 calories or very few, and I can drink like 10 of them. Whereas if you drink 10 beers, you're pissing 9 times. But you drink 10 vodka and club sodas that are this big.
Yeah,
I would
it's all a matter of the old prostate. It's being
a bourbon guy. Is that what you said, Llama?
Yep,
bourbon. There you go.
I was a bourbon guy when I
What's your
lived
favorite?
in Virginia.
Are you a bullet guy?
No.
What kind of bourbon do you like? Well, give us a name. Give us something to look up.
Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
That's like a good mid-price point bourbon.
Yeah. It's the best bourbon I could afford.
Whatever the open bar is serving, that's the best bourbon.
Yeah, I didn't want to answer that question because I was gonna be like beam makers. Like,
right.
I'm not one of the. I like bourbon, but I'm not one of these fucking rich people.
Right? Yeah, and you don't want to go too snobby, right?
Totally.
Yeah. Well, then let me ask you this: does it matter what liquor you have as a mixer, or is it dumb to take something like Buffalo Trace and dump Coke in it to make
it doesn't taste good with Coke? Like I'm gonna say yes, it is dumb, but not for the traditional reason of that's really tasty. You shouldn't mix it. I actually think like a Jack Daniels or I know that's not a bourbon, but like there's certain whiskeys and bourbons that mix.
Jack and Coke is a drink because it tastes good together.
It tastes really good. That type
of another whiskey, right?
Right, like you want to put an Irish whiskey, right? Like I want to do like
bourbon
a Tully and Coke. That would be fucking stupid,
right?
And I don't think Buffalo Trace would go well. Yeah,
I love Makers.
I love Makers. The one that's right on the edge. Makers is the one that I could drink straight. Or
you can. But I like it. Makers and ginger ale is really good. Like it just takes a little bit of that edge off, and you can drink it a lot easier. Like it's great.
My true drink though is
Coke from a bag on the floor at MSG and Beam straight.
And then take a picture of it for Llama's scavenger hunt when it's on the floor after it's been licked.
Well,
ripped open and licked
bag. You're doing a lot, man.
So Llama, where can people find out the rules of the
Discord?
What?
Oh, you got to join the Discord.
Of the Discord. So everybody should come
Link
join.
Is down there.
I have a challenge for you three. Fucking go on the Discord and talk to people. And Kev, get rid of the LP channel if you're not going to do the LP thing.
I'm taking over.
Okay. Llama's taking over. So everybody go check out the Discord.
I'll block it.
Llama's taking over.
All right, you guys want to get out?
In Discord today. I posted some in Discord today, just so you know.
Was it witty?
It was hung. I can't believe we didn't do anything with the Capital One commercial. We're 9 different people yell Kevin.
We did that like 3 years ago.
No, we never made the commercial. I did the rough draft and you guys blew me off.
Probably sucked. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yay, Christmas.
Did we get the 5?
Wait, next week is Christmas, right? So we're not even on next week, no.
Yeah, next Wednesday. Did we get the 5? Did we go on?
Yeah, we got 5. Dan, Todd, Mike, Dave, Easy.
That was a lot?
Yeah, we're going to do a lot.
When?
I don't know, man.
Oh, we're just doing it now?
We're going to do a lot for MSG.
I won't be there.
Aha!
I'll be there because I won't be there.
MC Roach.